Your next assignment involves finding a media organization and then doing a public service announcement for that organization. So your first job is to find that organization that you want to look into, this association or anything like that. So for example, you could do the National Association of Theater Owners. If you click on their website, which is natoonline.org, they talk a lot about release windows, and there's been a real push to change the release windows in terms of when a movie is released to video or to home use compared to when it's put in a theater. They've taken a real good position on that. So that might be an option that you could look for an association dealing with movies. The Magazine Publishers Association of America has done a lot of work with, obviously, magazine publishing. They're really concerned about what's going on with the post office and some of the post office problems and what happens if the post office stops delivering on Saturdays or cuts back on its deliveries. So they've been a real advocate for working with the Postal Service to try and get costs under control. The Public Relations Society of America is another one that has done a number of different things for the PR industry and PR professionals. They have taken an advocacy role in terms of ethics and a lot of other things that are going on in terms of PR. The RIAA, which is the Recording Industry Association of America, and if you look under the newsroom, they're talking about tougher laws and penalties for streaming of content illegally. They talk about reaching a settlement with LimeWire. They're a real big advocate for musicians and people like that. The Projects for Excellence in Journalism is very involved in journalism resources in terms of principles of journalism and ethics, and all those kind of things. So if you're looking for a journalism organization, they might be a good one to do. The EFF, the Electronic Frontier Foundation, they deal with all sorts of online issues, and from free speech to privacy to fair use, innovation, transparency, and also some international rulings. The National Association of Broadcasters has been very involved in a number of different issues, both for television and in radio. So for example, the idea of retransmission, which is your local broadcast stations being put on cable. There's been a lot of arguments about that and who should be paid and what they should be paid. They also look like they're doing a campaign to talk about why cell phones should be radio ready. So if you're interested in some kind of electronic broadcasting, they may be an association you may want to look at. The American Library Association has been very instrumental in terms of banned books. They're also working with libraries that have been hit hard in budget crunches and trying to get libraries sort of more vocal and pushing for their needs and the importance of a library in a community. The Campaign for Commercial Free Childhood has a number of different advocacy roles that they take throughout the years. And here are just a few of those right there. And again, the Entertainment Software Ratings Board, those are the group that puts the ratings on the video games that you play. Once you've selected your organization that you want to profile and be an advocate for, you need to head over to Extra Normal. And it's extranormal.com without the E. And you want to sign in. If you have an account with any of these organizations, you should be able to sign in without any problem. I'm going to sign in with my Google account, since I already have that. And you notice I'm signed in up here with your name. When you sign in the first time, you may have to fill out a little form for them. I can't remember what I had to do for the first time I did it. But otherwise, you want to go and make movies. And he gives you these actors to play with. You can pick any one of these. I'm going to use Peeps because I've used those before. I'm going to use 2 actors. A couple things you need to pay attention to when you have this set up for your account on Extra Normal. Hopefully it will not freeze on me here. There we go. You will be given to start with 300 Extra Normal points. If you notice, it's going to cost about 211 Extra Normal points to make a movie. So you don't want to go over 300, else you're going to pay for those extra points. So you get 300 for free for signing up. You're going to probably spend about 200, and you're not going to spend those until you actually make the movie. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is start with a location. Since I picked Peeps, and this is sort of a school setting, I've already purchased this one, but you may want to purchase one that is a $1 sign, because that's cheaper than the ones that have multiple dollar signs. So we're going to go back into the classroom. Somehow I have strange characters here. Not sure who they are. So I'm going to pick new actors or actresses. You've got a wide variety of choices here. And again, some cost more than others. So once you pick your actor or actress, I've used her before, and I've used him before. You can give them different voices. But again, if I can't understand them, it's kind of difficult. So I'd probably stick to either American or British. Once you pick the actors and their voices, you can click on sounds. Didn't find this worked really well in the background. If you want to use it, you can. It doesn't cost anything. You can give it a try and see if you like it. Then you get to the story part. And you notice you got two different people. And you can just start it by typing in the text. I can listen to the dialogue.
Did you hear about the latest effort from the National Association of Broadcasters?
And then you can listen to what she has to say. You'll notice these buttons on the side. These are motion.
No, what are you talking about?
Okay. So you can do different camera angles. And you drop it in. I drop it in between words, not in the middle of a word, because otherwise it separates things kind of weirdly. You've got different camera views that you can have. So those of you in PCA can go crazy in here if you want. Or you can have the program do it for you itself. You can also do different motions. And apply those. And you can do all sorts of different things here. Once you've got the script written, again, you write 60 to 90 seconds. You can't do 75 seconds or 83 seconds. Do a 60-second public service announcement or a 90-second one. And they'll tell you how long it is once you sort of publish and preview it. Right. If you want to preview what you have so far, sometimes it takes a little while to do that. So remember that. Saving it doesn't cost any money. Previewing it doesn't cost any money. Listening to it doesn't cost any money. It's only when you publish it. So get it perfect the way you want it before you publish it. And eventually you're going to send me the address of your movie, which will probably be on extranormal.com with a whole bunch of things after it. So go back to one of my movies I did before. So again, extranormal.com.
Americans are getting too fat. Almost 2 out of 3 people in this country are overweight. That's one reason we need to tax soda pop.
Wait a second. I already pay too much in taxes. And why single out my Mountain Dew or sports drinks? These sweetened beverages.
So if you have questions, ask me. You should be able to figure this out for yourself. Have some fun, and then send me the address where your video is at.